How's it going, guys? Readiness Reviews back with you again. As you see in front of you, we have a MRE today. This is sort of a cool one. This is a mid-2000s. I don't know the exact date on this one yet. It is not on the outside of the pack as far as I can tell. Meal ready to eat. Individual. It's a vegetarian menu. Menu number 12. Veggie Burger in barbecue sauce, packed by Ameriqual. In MRE's, menu number 12 has been a vegetarian menu ever since the advent of the tan package in 1996. It started out as bean and rice burrito, and then in 2004, they switched it to this menu, the Veggie Burger and barbecue sauce, and then later, in 2011, they switched it to spicy penne pasta. So we know that this will be somewhere between 2004 and 2010. I picked this up on a random lot on eBay. The guy that was selling it said that he got these at an estate sale. At some point in their lifetime, they were stored in a garage, which is usually not a good sign for MRE storage. So we'll be opening that today with my OD green and black K-bar. Get a smell of the inside of this bag right quick. Nothing smells off, just sort of a plasticky MRE bag smell, so that is a good sign. So the first thing in that pack is a wheat snack bread. I'm assuming this does have trans fats in it. 180 calories, 25 grams of carbs, and this was packaged in 2004. So this is going to be a 2004 ration, the first year of this menu. Brownie with chocolate chips, also not trans fat free. 370 calories on this guy, 54 grams of carbs. Emery Brownies is one of my favorite MRE desserts. This is made by Pangea World Bakers. I'm not really familiar with that brand. Another wheat snack bread, an FRH. We will give this one a try. MRE spoon, and it is a little bit sticky. Cranberries sliced. There is some sticky residue on the outside of this pack. We have our main here, vegetable patty in barbecue sauce, and it also has some sticky on the outside of the package there. It's sealed with masking tape as opposed to glue. Here's the retort pouch for the main. Veggie Burger in barbecue sauce. 56th day of 2004. The pouch looks like it's in good shape. We have a pack of charms, and I suspect this is what has been making things a little bit sticky, and these charms are extremely soft. They go that way once they've been exposed to heat. And we'll look at our accessory pack C. Right away, I see something that I'm very happy to have in my possession at the moment. This is a lemon iced tea. They no longer put these in MREs. I have not had one of these in years, and I remember loving this drink. Powder in this feels in great shape. Have a moist towelette, pack of iodized salt, the good old Lighthouse toilet paper, double little pack of gum there, green pack of matches with red tips, and a bottle of Tabasco that is also in good shape. So there was no regular beverage-based powder in this, so this tea will be the only drink in here. No coffee or anything like that. And this is only supposed to make 6 ounces of tea. There's no spreads in this menu. This menu doesn't have very many components at all, actually. I think it's a little light on the food content and light on drinks as well. I think if you were a soldier and you were relying on this for calories, it'd probably have enough calories, but I don't know that it would be the most filling meal. Let's try out this flameless ration heater and see if we can get it to cook off. Just to give it the best shot possible, I'm gonna go ahead and add this salt to it. I put about half the salt pack in there. We'll add our water. I'm gonna give this a quick shake up to get that whole pad wet. It is making some sounds already, so that's a good sign. I'm gonna put this right next to the Veggie Burger, and we're gonna stick that back in this box. While that's doing its thing, we'll go ahead and get the rest of the stuff plated up. So here's everything spread out. I have one more new thing I was gonna try out in this video, and I actually picked up this pretty cheap laser infrared thermometer. Let's check out this 1994 and see how it's looking. So this is going to be on the food side of the package. The outside of the box there is only about 80 degrees up to about right at 100 in the hot spots. Now the back side actually has the FRH in it, so this side should be significantly hotter. 167, that's very good. 175 down towards the bottom where the actual heating element is. Almost 180 degrees. That's a very good temperature for an FRH. This particular one is doing a great job, and I expect this meal to be very hot. Let's open this up and see how it's held up. The pack is tearing apart a little bit. It's a little smushed looking on the edges there. They do include a do not eat in there. We're not going to eat that. It feels very dry, very dry. There's no signs of mold or anything on it. Smells just like any wheat snack bread would, so I don't have any issues with it there. Take a look here at our cranberries sliced. This one has a tear notch on it, and it is covered in that Charms juice, which I don't really like. Those do not look very good. Cranberries usually have at least some kind of like reddish tone to them. These are a very brown color, look more like a raisin. Still smell like cranberries though. To give you a fair amount of those, I really hope this thing held up. This is the brownie with chocolate chips. It also looks a little smushed, but in fairly good condition considering. I can see something on this already that I am very excited about, and it's not this do not eat. We're not gonna eat that. If you can see the shimmer and the sheen on this, I don't know if it comes through on the camera, but it definitely comes through with your eyes. It has a crystalline sugar structure on the outside. Over time, of this being heated and cooled, the sugar makes its way to the outside and it recrystallizes. In my experience, anytime that something has that on it, it is a true treat to try out. This feels extremely moist, smells just like an Emery Brownie, and I think this is going to be absolutely perfect and literally one of the best things to ever happen to MREs. I love these. I want to make sure I get every single crumb of this thing. Let's get our iced tea going. That powder looks perfect. Doesn't have much of a smell to it. This pack is only 60 calories. Get that in the glass. This does have actual sugar in it, and that calls for 6 ounces of water, which is not very much for the only drink in an MRE. That's about 6, and we'll give that a quick stir. And as soon as it starts rehydrating, that lemon smell starts coming out. That brings back memories. So I think we've given the FRH long enough to run its course. It's not screaming hot, but it does feel quite warm. 126 degrees, 127. That's a pretty good temperature for food. Look at all that barbecue sauce. It's like slathered in this stuff. There's not very much loose juice in this, but there is some additional barbecue sauce in it, so I'll try to squeeze some of that out. I'm not gonna lie, this does not smell very good. I'm not the biggest fan of fake meat products, and that's pretty much what this is. And it definitely smells like that, a very processed fake meat. No sense in waiting around. Let's go ahead and try some of this stuff out. We'll start out with a little corner piece of our wheat snack bread here. That broke off very easily. I think this is probably the most dried out wheat snack bread I've ever encountered. Give that a taste. Very dry, and it tastes fine. It tastes like wheat snack bread should. But this is actually numbing my mouth out as bad as anything I've ever tried. I've had rations from the 80s, and they didn't feel any worse in my mouth than this does. I actually don't think that this is really edible anymore. I'll take a bite of the inside of it to see if like different parts of it fared any better. I don't think this would hurt you. You could eat it still, but I'm not into consuming anything that makes my mouth feel like that, because I don't know what that's doing to the rest of your body. All right, so this is an interior piece. If any piece has a chance of being good, it would be this. Let's give that a taste. And again, the flavor's fine. It's not even that it's too dry to eat. Just literally, as soon as you start chewing it up and it coats the inside of your mouth, everything starts getting a very numb, tingly feeling. It hasn't held up. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the other one and we'll try it also. Maybe this one fared better. It looks pretty much the same. The sides of my tongue are like completely numb right now. This one feels about the same too. Smells fine. Let's taste that one. This one's not as bad, but it's going too. Yeah, my mouth is not feeling good right now. That's a terrible feeling. I'm pretty sure that numbness is your body telling you don't eat that. I gotta wash that down. Let's try some of our lemon iced tea. This drink really does taste like lemon more than it does tea. If you've ever had an instant iced tea before, like a Lipton or something like that, this is very akin to that. I absolutely love it though. It's very slightly sweet, not the least bit bitter, has just the smallest amount of like tangy sourness to it. I really wish they would put this back in MREs, because that is one of the items that I really miss. All right, let's try out this veggie burger. We see the barbecue sauce there. Let's taste the sauce by itself. We got a little bit of that on our spoon. Doesn't taste bad. You can tell it has some garlic powder and some onion powder in it, other various spices. It's more of a sweet style barbecue sauce than a vinegar style sauce. It's not doing anything weird to my mouth. It tastes fine. It's not a good barbecue sauce, but it's not bad in any way. Well, let's take a corner piece of this patty off. That was more difficult to cut than you figure it would be. There's a look at the inside of it there. If you didn't know, you would think this was probably a beef patty just by looking at the cross section. The way that it cut, it felt sort of dried out, but the only way to know for sure is to go ahead and take a bite of this thing. So let's taste that. No, it's not dry. It has sort of a weird bitterness. It doesn't taste like a pouch or metallic. That's a good sign. It's not making my mouth feel numb or anything. Let's get another Nice big bite of that. It's still pretty soft, has some moisture to it. I don't think this was ever a fantastic tasting main anyway. They just made these to accommodate people that prefer not to eat meat. Even with this being from 2004, I think this thing is completely edible. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I'm gonna eat this whole thing. Before I go and eat it all the way that it is though, I did want to try some of this Tabasco. In my opinion, the older the Tabasco is, as long as it hasn't dried out, the better it tastes. Put some of that on our patty. Oh yeah, well it's gonna taste like a Tabasco patty now. I am cool with that. Give that a little mix around. And we just broke our MRE spoon. Oh well. Get us a little bite of that with the Tabasco on it in my little spoon-like thing. The Tabasco makes it so much better. I mean, literally you can put that stuff on anything and make it better, but it actually goes pretty well with this. I'll get another bite of that. I was apprehensive about this main. I didn't think I was gonna like it. Seemed a little weird to me, a veggie burger. I don't know that it would be good sandwiched between 2 pieces of wheat snack bread, especially not these snack breads. I mean, you can't really eat these. This would ruin anything that you eat with it pretty much. But eating by itself like this, just out of the pack, however you wanna do it, is completely fine. Let's take a look at these very suspect cranberry slices. These things look ancient. They no longer have any red left to them at all. They're all completely brown. Let's just go ahead and jump right in and try that whole handful. Very sugary. Even though these things look like something out of a crypt, these are very edible. And pretty good, actually. They have a little bit of a motor oil taste, but not too bad at all. I'd say these have held up quite nice, actually. I'm gonna give myself one more quick palate cleanse, and then we're gonna try the thing I'm most excited for, and that is this chocolate chip brownie. It just feels so moist, which is amazing with the age of this thing. Just look at the cross section. It has a couple little chocolate chips in it there. I absolutely have to take a bite of this. Oh man, that is ridiculously good. Holy crap. This one item is worth this whole ration. It's creamy and chocolatey and sweet. The way that it's aged, it has just that right little sugar crunch on the outside of it. Oh man, this is an absolute delicacy. And the only way to get it is in the MREs from this era. Oh, it's so good. I can't stop eating it. I don't know how it didn't get all dry and stuff. It's still got so much moisture to it. Fan-freaking-tastic. The last food product to check out will be these charms. The outside of this pack is very sticky. Oh, wow. Look at this. It's like gooey and it's like oozing. Look at, ugh. That looks disgusting. You can't even open it. Everything's stuck to everything. Those greens there have completely turned into liquid. See if we can get one of these guys out of there. It's just like a string of sugar syrup coming off of it. I don't know how I'm going to get these out of the little cellophane wrapper. We'll do our best. Whatever heat exposure these had to have been pretty extreme for them to just straight up turn into liquids like this. I'm kind of having to squeeze the internal contents of this out. Kind of turn it inside out on itself to get it out of the cellophane. And that's about as good as I can do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scrape this off with my teeth. It tastes okay. It pretty much dissolved like right away in my mouth. There's not really very much structural integrity to this as far as like the candy part goes. I'm gonna try to do one more. This is just making the biggest mess ever. Look, it's like stuck to my, it's stuck to my tea glass. Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to eat these. I'll just squeeze a little of it out. I'll taste that little piece there. Don't know what flavor that is either. All the flavors are kind of mixed together with it being all liquidy like that. And the amount of stickiness that I have in my hands right now is pretty extreme. I guess this is the perfect opportunity to try out this moist towelette. Surprisingly enough, this thing is still moist. Let's see if it can clean up Charms juice. Actually, a lot of moisture on it. Just like that, all the stickiness is gone. Let's strike a match. Works perfect. And the last thing to try in this will be our gum. Peppermint Emory Gum. Not as soft as brand new, but not rock hard either. And that still tastes great. All right, guys. Well, that was the review. Menu number 12, Veggie Burger in barbecue sauce from 2004. I'm actually pretty happy with this ration. The only thing that I don't really consider that edible is the wheat snack bread. And even in the condition that it's in, I think if you needed to eat this in an emergency situation, you probably could. This brownie though, 10 stars, awesome. If you like MREs, especially if you like Emery Brownies, you've got to find you one that's not trans fat free. One of these old ones, they're great. They're really good. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked this video, please subscribe to the channel because I'll have more like it on the way. Thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. See you then. Peace.